Welcome back into another Madden 21 rebuild I have for you guys here today. Now today it's not going to be a realistic rebuild. I've done a bunch of those lately, so we're just going to go back to the basics, do a good old-fashioned fantasy style rebuild of the New York Jets. Now I'm pretty sure this is the first team that I have already rebuilt that I'm rebuilding again. Of course I did a realistic rebuild of the Jets back a little while ago, and now today we will be fantasy style rebuilding them. Hopefully we can make them pretty good pretty quickly. I don't really know if that's going to happen because the Jets are not a good team. But anyway, if you do end up enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below, and also maybe consider subscribing if you like watching Madden 21 rebuilds. But anyway, let's go over and talk about the team. This is the team though. 75 overall, 75 offense, 77 defense. Yeah, they don't have a good team. I think that's pretty self-explanatory at the moment. Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know if he's going to have a good year in this rebuild. Maybe we can get him to be decent this first season and try to develop him, but I kind of would rather just get a different quarterback. I really want to draft somebody, so hopefully this is a good quarterback draft class. The running back situation isn't great. I really like Frank Gore. He's a beast. He's been playing forever. But, you know, he's just not going to do too much. He's not going to develop at all, obviously. He's just going to regress after this season. He might even retire. I have no idea. I wouldn't mind keeping him as the backup, I guess, but I do kind of want to get a different #1 running back. At receiver, we have Jamison Crowder, Brashad Perriman, Chris Hogan, Denzel Mims. I actually really want to try to develop. He's very good, a rookie out of Baylor, 72 overall for him, and I definitely want him being like the #2 receiver, maybe even the #1 for this first season. The thing is, like, the slot receiver usually does the best for me. I could play him there, but like Jamison Crowder is a pretty good slot. He also has superstar development, which makes me want to start him. He is a very good slot receiver. I probably should start him there. I don't know. I guess we'll just have Denzel Mims play the #1 for this first season. But on the offensive line, the only player really worth noting is Mekhi Becton. He's very good, 79 overall rookie. He's massive, 6'7", 364 pounds, 21 years old, so he is a great age to have, and he already has really good stats. I also already know what his development trade is, but I'm not going to spoil it in case you guys don't know. At tight end, we have Christopher Herndon, I guess. I can pretty easily replace him during this first session of trading. Defensively, Marcus May is very good. He's an 85 overall strong safety. 27 years of age isn't great. Honestly, he's going to regress soon, which is annoying, but we can probably keep him at least for a little while. Ashton Davis is the free safety, another rookie. Hopefully he can develop. I don't normally see safeties like go up in development trade too often, so I don't really expect that much from him, but I'll try him out for these next couple years. Brian Poole is this team's #1 corner. I guess we also have Bryce Hall at cornerback. He's a rookie. Maybe he can do something. Corey Ballantyne's also here. Neither of those players are too good, but at least Bryce Hall's a rookie. We can try to get him as involved as possible, I guess. Quinnen Williams is pretty good. He's very young. Star development. He should be fine for the rest of this rebuild on the D-line. Honestly, like, everyone in this defense, aside from probably Quinnen Williams, Marcus May, Bryce Hall, and Ashton Davis, could potentially be traded. I mean, Jabari Zuniga's not too bad. I didn't mean to click on Jordan Jenkins. Hang on. He's a rookie out of Florida, 68 overall, decent pass rusher. Maybe we can get him involved. I probably won't trade him. I don't really know who to target this first season, but since this is a fantasy style rebuild, everything goes. We can trade for whoever we want as long as the game allows it. I forgot that CJ Mosley's on this team because he just wasn't displayed there. Let me just get the best lineup for a second. Okay, do we miss anybody on the offense? I don't believe so. But then defensively, of course, CJ Mosley is here. Blashawn Austin, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Blashawn. I don't actually know how to pronounce this man's name, but he's not too bad. He's the second best corner on this team. Bradley McDougall's also here. Okay, so there's a couple new players now on this defensive side. Blake Cashman could even start if I need him to. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm kind of just rambling on about the players on this team. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, this is a fantasy style rebuild, so anything goes. I can trade anyone on this team essentially just to try to make them as good as possible. We're going to keep CJ Mosley for a little while. I'll probably get rid of him soon because he is very expensive and he's going to regress very, very badly. But let's go ahead and try to get a different running back, because running backs are super important in Madden. I'm going to start out getting a draft pick first, actually, instead of a running back right away. So George Fant, Bradley McDougall, and Josh Adams are going to the Jaguars for their first-round draft pick. The running back I'm going to go with for this video is Saquon Barkley. Henry Anderson, Patrick Owasso, and Connor McGovern will get it done. I'm going to kind of ruin the Eagles here, my favorite football team, if you can tell by the hat. But I'm getting their first-round draft pick this year and next year for Jordan Jenkins, Matthias Farley, and a 4th-round draft pick this year. All right, so my next trade is going to be for the offensive line. Brashad Perriman and Ryan Griffin are going to the Patriots. For Michael Onwenu, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, actually, but I know he's playing very well this season, so he should be a good addition to this offensive line. This is an absolute steal. I'm giving the Browns Alex Lewis, and then 2 middle linebackers in the upper 60s for Wyatt Teller, who's an 85. That was a great trade. That's going to be my final trade here for the first season. The team is now a 76, 76 offense, 76 defense. I definitely think we made this team better, both for now and for the future. We also need somebody just to start at center. Pat Elflein, I'm sure you could slide to center pretty easily. Let's just do that really quickly. We definitely got better for right now and also just for the future seasons because we got a bunch of draft picks. I got the Eagles first round draft pick from next year, and they should be pretty bad. They typically are after the first season in a franchise. But here is a look at the offense. We now have Saquon Barkley on the team. He's a massive addition. We now have some different offensive linemen, 2 different guards, and then I think that is actually it based on the new players we acquired. But we did get rid of some of the expensive players on the side of the ball. Kind of did the same thing here on the defense. I don't actually think we acquired anybody on the defensive side, but that's fine. We traded away a lot of these pieces for draft picks, and they will likely turn out to be better players than whoever we traded away anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. I think this season's going to go pretty badly, though, in terms of the record. I imagine we'll have, like, 5 or 6 wins, but there's no way this team does much better than that. Do we have a win at Week 9? This is the most important question. We do, so we're already doing better than the real-life Jets. Let's go. Also, Chris Herndon has a chance to break out. It's honestly not that big of a deal if he does or not. Like, I'm probably going to replace him either way. But I guess we'll activate this. We'll see if he can go up to star development. I really don't think that's going to happen. Let's advance by just to see if that happens really quickly. And then I will talk about who we have to bring back to the team. Is he up in development trait? We lost 45-0. Yeah, okay. He's not good enough to be a #1 receiver, I'm pretty sure that said. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Anyway, Marcus May needs to come back to the team. I know he's getting old, but I do want him for like 2 more seasons maybe. Brian Poole, I don't know if I want him. He's not bad either, actually. Frank Gore, Chris Hogan, Josh Doxson. I don't want anybody down here. We can replace all of those guys very simply, but the top 2 guys, we have the money for it. Might as well bring them back to the team. Yeah, we have a lot of money. Okay, so Marcus May is coming back to the team, and then I'll be sure to get Brian Poole at least before the season's over. All right, so surprisingly, this team isn't into the postseason. We went 4-12, so at least most likely better than what the Jets are going to actually finish with. 4-12 as well for the Dolphins. They played much worse than they are in real life. Sam Darnold didn't really have a good season. 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I do really want to replace him, but there are no good quarterbacks in this draft class. I might still take a shot on one of them, and then maybe still replace that guy another year. I don't know what to do just yet, though. Saquon Barkley was 1 yard away from 1,000 yards. That's a lot of pain. 7 rushing touchdowns, though. Not a bad season. Jamison Crowder was phenomenal. 94 catches, 1,349 yards, 10 touchdowns. Christopher Herndon was also very good. Denzel Mims wasn't great as the #1 receiver. I really want him to develop still. I don't know if he's going to be able to, though. Blocking was actually really good. The offensive line didn't seem too bad then. We have 117 tackles there for Blake Cashman. Tackles for loss, we have 12 for Quinnen Williams, 7.5 sacks for him as well. He actually had a really good season. Interceptions, we have 2 for Austin, 2 for Marcus May, 1 for Blake Ashman, Ashton Davis, and Bennett Jackson. All right. So we were 22nd in the NFL on offense, and not good at all. Right behind Joe Judge on the legacy leaderboard as well. And then 30th on defense. Kind of what you would expect if you're rebuilding the Jets. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Also another thing that is very expected. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Cam Newton, not Patrick Mahomes. Nobody from the Jets, of course. The Defensive Player of the Year is Von Miller. No one from the Jets. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Joe Burrow. We have Denzel Mims, though, at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Kenneth Murray. Ashton Davis, though, at number 6. And Jabari Zuniga at number 10. All right. Well, this wasn't a good season, but at least we have a good draft pick. We're probably not going to have the first overall pick. I was kind of hoping for that, but I do think I made the team a little bit too good for that. But regardless, let's go to the Super Bowl, and let's see who it's between. All right, so the Browns made the Super Bowl. Not surprising at all, and they have to go up against the San Francisco 49ers. You guys should all know who I think is going to win. Obviously, the Browns. Let's see if the score is, though. They do win 31-24. All right. Well, let's go over the development trade upgrades, if there are any. Maybe Jamison Crowder. He might actually be up to X Factor, and he is. That's interesting. I wasn't really expecting him to go up in development before the season started, but after seeing what he did, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Christopher Herndon also went up in development trait. That's pretty cool. And then on the defensive side, I guess they signed Marcel Darius. I didn't do that, but sure. I don't believe anyone here on the defense is up in development trait. Okay. Well, at least we have like a superstar X-Factor receiver now. So that's interesting. Anyone else I want to bring back to the team really quickly before I simulate? I don't believe so. No, Chris Hogan, Josh Doxson, Terrell Basham. Okay, I don't want any of these guys here. That's fine. Let's just advance by and see who is in free agency. So I'm really looking at defensive help at the moment, since I didn't really address that with the trades. We have just under $80 million to spend, so we should be able to do just that. Philip Lindsay is the top free agent, so maybe we actually can't. Marcus Williams is pretty good, but Ashton Davis is still kind of progressing. I'll give him another year or two. Jayon Brown would be pretty cool, I guess. I don't really know if I want any of these guys. This is a very boring free agency period at the moment. I actually don't think I'm going to go after anyone. Next year, we can probably land some studs, just that class was pretty weak. Okay, so this draft class actually looks like it could be pretty good. There are a bunch of players I would like to take, a bunch of different positions on the defense specifically I would like to take. Let's just go to my first pick at number 3. There are a bunch of edge rushers who all look very good, and I want one of them. Also, I really want this cornerback. Brendan Jenkins looks phenomenal. He had a good draft story about him, so I'm kind of expecting hidden development trait. I could probably simulate after this one until Jeremy Parks goes, and then try to trade up. But for this pick, I'm definitely going to go with some kind of edge rusher. So we have Darren Raymond, Glenn Jett, both look very good. Early first-round talent for both of these guys. Actually, mid-first-round talent for Raymond, so Glenn Jett definitely looks better. And then there are some pretty good defensive ends. The one defensive end actually was selected already. This guy is mid-first-round talent. This guy is mid-first-round talent, so I think the selection is actually pretty obvious. We're going to go with this outside linebacker, Glenn Jett. He's a 76, and he only has normal. That sucks, man. He's a very good player, but I just wish he had hidden. That would have been huge. He's still going to play this next season, but still, man, we kind of missed a little bit. I need to see who went number 1 overall, because I'm pretty sure it was the one defensive end I wanted. But let's just keep going to the next pick until the cornerback goes. The cornerback just went now, and now the Chargers are up. So I can probably trade up with the Chargers here to land this cornerback, because I definitely want this guy on the team. He had a really good draft story. He has a great combine, so let's try to trade up to get him. I'm going to give away the 29th overall pick and then just some random player, and we can probably get this to go through. Trading up remains super easy. So we're just giving away our last first-round draft pick, LaMichael P. Ryan, and a third-round draft pick to get pick number 7. And with this selection, we are certainly going with this cornerback. This guy looks very good. I'm hoping he has hidden development trait. Welcome to the team, Brendan Jenkins. He's an 80, but he does not have hidden. This is probably the best player in the class. It certainly is. He's ranked number 1. My lord, this is a good player. I'm so upset this guy does not have hidden, though. He had a good draft story about him. It was like the week 3 draft story, so it doesn't actually guarantee anything. But still, this guy looks so good. I'm very upset, though, that he also has normal. Dude, this draft has gone, like, fairly well overall-wise, but, like, development trait-wise, we have gotten nothing. All right, well, I still need a quarterback. I think I can probably land one with that 18th pick. And then with this pick, I'm probably going to go with a receiver, because there's still one more early first-round talent guy available, and it's Brandon Banks. He looks really solid. He's a late first-round talent as well, so I don't technically have to take him now. But I definitely should, because I still need a quarterback. I'm going to go with Brandon Banks. There are so many good receivers. It's actually unbelievable how many of these guys are in the first round. So honestly, maybe we don't actually have to take him right now. Instead, I think I'm going to take Sheldon Madison. Sheldon Madison looks really good. Early first-round talent. We can use a new defensive tackle. His combine's also ridiculous. I'm going to take him. He's going to have normal development, isn't he? 78 with normal. I am so upset with how this draft class has gone. But this guy's another really good player. I just can't get lucky when it comes to development traits, apparently, in this draft. But here, I should probably either take a receiver or a quarterback. There are still so many receivers left. There honestly might be one left in the second round. Brandon Banks might still be there. So instead, I'm going to go with a quarterback. He doesn't look that good, but he's the best quarterback in this class. And maybe he has hidden. Please have hidden development trait. He has normal too. I cannot get lucky. This has been such a pain, but he's very fast. There's that, I guess. He's probably better than Sam Darnold, so I'll start him. I just can't believe none of those guys had hidden development trait. That is ridiculous. But let's go ahead and see if there are any receivers left. All the receivers did get selected. That's not that big of a deal, though, because we still have Lance Stinson. He looks pretty decent down there. A couple other guys who could certainly play a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. So with this pick, I'm either going tight end or center. Probably center if he's available. This tight end looks pretty cool, but this center is definitely a bigger need right now. And he's actually gone. Never mind. We're going to go with the tight end, Luke Barber. He's a 73, once again, with normal. Why can I not draft anybody with hidden right now? This has been such an anticlimactic draft. Like, I was so excited for this one. There were so many really good-looking players that I thought would at least have hidden, but no. None of them have so far. It's been very, very unfortunate. I still do need a tackle of some sort, because I don't really want the right tackle we had last year starting again. So, Ray Enriquez. I could go with him. He's not going to be that great, though. Maybe they have hidden. I highly doubt it at this point, but we're going to go ahead and take Enriquez. Welcome to the team here. 70 with normal. All right, we've drafted very well when it comes to these players' overalls and like how good they actually are, but just, man, I have gotten shafted. when it comes to development trait. I also didn't take that receiver. It's really not that big of a deal. We have a couple other guys, or just one other guy, I guess, down here. Tyron Griffin, he looks pretty decent. He's a 69. I'll take that with normal development trait. That's perfectly fine. Now we have the next pick after this one, actually. I don't think I really have anyone left on my draft board, or at least no one who's, like, decent. We have 3 more players on the draft board. One of them is a fullback. I'll take him right now. 71 overall, normal development trait. Really good looking fullback. Let's just go to the end of the draft now. I'm so disappointed in this draft. The best player in the class should not have normal development. That's just insane to me. Yeah, I've complained about the development trait distribution in drafts before. It's busted. I don't know what Madden did this year, but it's really, really strange. I'm all for hidden development traits being like a bit harder to find, but not necessarily in the first round if you take like one of the best players in the entire class. I think they should be harder to find later on, because that's hard to do in real life if you think about it, trying to find a gem late in the draft. In previous Maddens, that was way too easy, but now they just made it like impossible to find hidden development guys, regardless of where you draft. It's kind of like if Chase Young had normal development. You know how insane that would be? Or Joe Burrow. You know how nuts that would be? Anyway, let's check out the entire draft. I think we have at least one of the top players. Could be the best player solely. It is. And then Ernest Hicks is a 79, probably normal. The top 2 players in this class had normal, and then the top 3 players in this class had normal. What about Mike Irving? This is the guy who went number 1 overall. Normal development trait. This is so painful to see. How is this possible? Keenan Wood also looks pretty good. Normal development trait. We have Glenn Jett, another normal. Where is the first hidden guy? Brandon Banks, of course he has hidden. I was going to take this man. I probably should have. What's his development trait? Also, why did he go to the Cowboys? They don't need another receiver. Maybe we go ahead and trade for like Michael Gallup or something, because they definitely don't need another receiver here. Only star development. That's so like annoying. This draft class was awful then. There could be a couple like superstar guys hidden. Let me check out the Heisman winner. It was this guy, Jeremy Parks. He won the Heisman. I was thinking about taking him because of that, but he didn't look that great. And I was also really hoping our corner had hidden. But yeah, even the Heisman winner had star. This was a terrible draft class. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to trade for Michael Gallup. I know I mentioned that before, but I am going to get a new center. So Rodney Hudson now joins the team. Sam Darnold, Jordan Lasley, and Corey Ballantyne are going to the Raiders. Okay, so the team for the next season is up to an 83. 83 overall offense, 83 overall defense. That trade for Rodney Hudson is the only trade I'm going to make. I don't really have too much more trade value left on the team, but the team is definitely in a better position than they were last year. Right now, we have a rookie quarterback, hopefully to develop. We have a better offensive line in general. Jamison Crowder is up to Superstar X Factor. Christopher Herndon also up in development trait. I'm also going to be starting Griffin, just to be the number 3. He's probably not going to develop too well, but I'd rather have him down there than Braxton Berrios at the moment. And then on the defensive side, we have a new cornerback, we have a new defensive end, a new defensive tackle as well. Sadly, though, all of these players have normal development. That is just incredibly tragic. I've never seen a draft class that bad before, in this Madden at least. But anyway, let's go ahead and advance, and I'll let you know what the record's about at the midseason. Alright, so once again, we are terrible. We are 1-6. We really just need a better quarterback, I think. I guess I shouldn't speak too soon in case something else on this team is messing up. Maybe we do go ahead and switch the defensive scheme as well at some point, because I have much more success running a 4-3 defense. It's alright, though. So Saquon Barkley needs to come back to the team. Definitely want him back. He's the best player on this entire roster. Wyatt Teller I want back. Jamison Crowder I should bring back as well. And that might be all. Maybe Christopher Herndon. He's not too bad, but we did just draft a different tight end. I'm totally fine starting, so just the top 3 guys for now are the ones I'm going to bring back. Alright, so we didn't make the playoffs, but the record actually wasn't that bad this year. We finished 7-9 in second place in the AFC East. 7-9 for the Patriots as well, 9-7 for the Bills, 3-13 down there for the Dolphins. This rookie quarterback had 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. He's definitely going to be the best option for next year, unless I can find somebody really good in free agency, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. So most likely it'll be this guy once again. Saquon Barkley, over 1,000 yards, 1,061, 5.1 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns. He had a really good season. Jamison Crowder was phenomenal again. Christopher Herndon was also super good. Okay, 1,000 yards exactly, 7 touchdowns for him. Denzel Mims, 4 touchdowns, about 800 yards, and then Tyron Griffin has 3 touchdowns, 650 yards. Blocking was pretty good still. Okay, so the offensive line is playing well. That's good to know. 111 tackles there for CJ Mosley, leading the team. I definitely need to revamp this defense, though. We have 14 14 tackles for loss for rookie Glenn Jett and Sheldon Madison, another rookie. And then sacks, we have 12 for Quinnen Williams, leading the team by a large margin. I also really want to change this defensive scheme. 5 picks, though, for Brian Poole. He had a really good season, 101 tackles as well. 3 for Marcus May and Ashton Davis. 1 for Blake Cashman, Brendan Jenkins. Blashawn Austin, I still don't know how to pronounce his first name. And then Bryce Hall gets 1 as well. We were 9th in the NFL on offense. I'm imagining then defense was pretty bad. 16th. Okay, so definitely not as bad as I thought. This was a much better season than last year's. Also, Russell Wilson's going to win MVP of a 6-10 team. Colin Kaepernick at number 3 for the Colts. All right. Nobody from the Jets. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Allen. We do have our quarterback, though, at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year is Kyle Van Noy. Nobody from the Jets. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the quarterback. Tyron Griffin also at number 4. I have the quarterback upgrade, so I'm expecting him to go up quite well. Hopefully he goes up in development trait as well. Brendan Jenkins is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Glenn Jett at number 3. Sheldon Madison at number 5. All right, so hopefully a few of these guys go up in development traits, specifically the guys we just drafted. Because if we can still continue to develop them, that would be absolutely massive. Okay, the Cowboys and the Browns are in the Super Bowl. Very typical Super Bowl here in Madden. Browns are probably still going to win their 2nd consecutive Super Bowl, 34-31. They do win. Now let's check out these development trait upgrades. Quarterback, please be up to star development. This would be huge. And he is not, but he's going to be up to a 77. So it's not all bad, I guess. Also, Christopher Herndon didn't go up somehow. He had a really good season. Very surprised by that one. All right, and then defensively, anybody up in development trait? We have Quinnen Williams, Marcus May, and Brian Poole all up. But none of the rookies are getting, like, any love when it comes to development trait. That's so sad. But at least, like, Jenkins is going to be up to an 83. Glenn Jett's almost an 80 overall, so he should still be pretty good for this next season. The defensive tackle's an 81. I'm thinking we just kind of splurge a lot in free agency now and land as many players as we can, just to make this team as good as possible, because I think this team's pretty close to making it into the postseason. But Christopher Herndon, I think, more than deserves a contract right now. He's playing very well at the moment. He just had 1,000 yards, so I'm going to try to bring him back to the team if he wants to come back. He does. There we go for another couple seasons. And now we will head into free agency and maybe land like Fred Warner or something. He's always here. He would help out this team a lot as well. I did not mean to click on retirements. Hold on a second. Roger Saffold retired. That was the only one I read. Interesting. Let's go ahead and sign some free agents. So we have $58.38 million. The top free agent is Jair Alexander, and then J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Leighton Vander Esch. Baker Mayfield is here now. Okay, so this quarterback did just play very well. But Baker Mayfield is much better. I think we have to get a different quarterback to get this team over the hump. So I'm probably going to sign him. I want Harold Landry as well. And then I also probably should go after Jair Alexander, because why not, right? All right, so a lot of money was spent. Did we get these free agents? We got Harold Landry. We did not get Leighton Vander Esch, but we did get Jair Alexander. Okay, well, Leighton Vander Esch not joining kind of sucks. But we also did not hear back from Baker Mayfield just yet. Is he getting any other offers? He is not. We are the only team still bidding on him. I'm going to let this go for one more week. If he doesn't accept next week, I'll raise the contract a little bit. Baker Mayfield accepted the contract. Okay, I'm sorry to this rookie. If he had hidden or if he had gone up in development trait, I probably would have kept him this next year, but Baker Mayfield was available. Like, this team's going to be so much better now that he's the quarterback. And the team just looks a ton better in general because of those acquisitions. We have a new outside linebacker. We have a new #1 cornerback. There's not too much more we actually have to get here to make this team a contender, I don't think. Let's load into the draft here. There are a couple players I certainly would like to take. We have the 2nd overall pick. Okay. #1 overall is going to be Antonio Stevenson, a 74 overall defensive tackle. Now, there are a few players I want in this draft, and one of them is a receiver. Tavon Person looks very good. Early first-round talent. Mid-first round projection. He's the fastest receiver as well. I think I probably will take him with this draft pick, either this one or my next one, because my next one isn't far off either. There's also a linebacker I really want to take. I'm not going to take him now, though. I'm going to go with this receiver. Tavon Person looks way too good not to take right now. And another normal development trait player. Please, just let me get one hidden in this video, and I'll be happy. Why is this so difficult? But let's go to my next pick at number 5. And I think I might take a linebacker here. This one linebacker looks super, super good. Duke Favors actually doesn't look like the best linebacker right now, but I feel like I should take him at the moment. Donovan Rose looks actually a little bit better because he has early first-round talent, but I have a really strong feeling that guy's going to have normal development trait. So I'm going to go ahead and take Duke Favors. I really hope this guy is hidden. He is normal. It doesn't matter what I do. 75 with normal. He's a very good player, but, you know, no good development trait, so it's whatever. I might go ahead and actually take that other outside linebacker because I kind of do want to switch to a 4-3 defense this season, and I feel like we do need one more linebacker in order to get this done. So I'm going to take Donovan Rose now because I don't think he's going to be available with my next selection. So welcome to the team, another normal development trait player. Okay, this guy has terrible zone coverage. This guy's not even really all that good. I mean, he's a run stopper, so that's fine. So maybe he could play in a 4-3 defense, but I don't really know. I might get rid of CJ Mosley this season as well. Maybe just go out and trade for a different linebacker, to be completely honest. We'll figure it out. I doubt anybody can actually take in CJ Mosley's contract, the more I think about it. Because usually at this point in a rebuild, nobody can take in big contracts. I still have 2 more linebackers down here who both look pretty good. But, like, I don't really know if I even want these guys. Like, they're just going to be backups. I might as well take them, because they definitely still look pretty solid. Late first-round talent. Late first-round talent. These guys also have very similar combine grades. I don't know which one to go with, man. I'll go with Tremaine Walker. He's a little bit bigger. He actually has hidden development trait. Okay, 72 overall. And he looks, honestly, better than that other linebacker we just took. His zone coverage is far better. That last guy's zone coverage was, what, like 40-something, I believe? So, Tremaine Walker will probably start at outside linebacker. And I think he can develop actually pretty well. Because even if that's just star, like, it might go up because he's an outside linebacker. And if he can just get a lot of tackles, like, I'm sure he'll be fine. But if it's better than star, that would be amazing. Now with this next pick, I'm going to go with Kendall Reeves, a pretty good-looking tight end. Now, he probably won't play unless he has hidden, but let's go ahead and check him out. He's a 74 overall. He's very good, but only has normal development trait. So I still feel like Christopher Herndon's going to start for this next season then. Alright, well, I'm just going to go to the end of the draft. Dude, these drafts have been so boring. I got 1 hidden development trait player out of my past 2 drafts. I'm very upset about that. Once again, in terms of overall, the draft was very good, but in terms of development trait, no, not as much. There's a normal development guy that the computer selected, another normal, and then probably normal as well for the left tackle. That's what he has, okay. Let's see the best player in this class, though. I don't think we landed a #1 prospect. The best prospect was a 79 overall running back, Kiante Mabry. He looks really good. Hidden development trait for him as well, so already a much better draft class than the last one. Carl Beverly, also with hidden development trait. Jamie Shields looks great, only normal, though. And then there's the receiver we selected. Ben Saunders looks really good. A 2nd-round running back, normal development trait only, though. A really good tight end as well. Terry Franz, normal development trait. We have a good tight end, too. And then there's Darian Fells, another tight end. This was a really good tight end draft. I'm not going to make any trades here before this season begins. This is just going to be the team heading into the 3rd season. 88 overall, 88 offense, 88 defense, so very balanced. All right, so no trades here heading into this next season. The team is an 88 overall, 88 offense, 88 defense. The offense now has a new quarterback. We have Baker Mayfield, and I think he's going to have a great season. He has a really good running back next to him. He has a pretty good receiving core. It's not great, but it definitely could be worse. Jamison Crowder is very good. Denzel Mims hasn't really developed as I wanted him to, but also I wasn't playing him in the slots. We did draft Person, who I think I'm actually going to have play the #2. We're going to see what he can do this next season. Christopher Herndon, though, has been very good. This offensive line also has been great. And then on the defensive side, I switched to a 4-3. So now we have Harold Landry at right end. We have Glenn Jett at left end. And then the linebacking core is CJ Mosley. Then Favors, who is the middle linebacker we drafted, and Walker are the outside linebackers. Jair Alexander also joins this team. We have a bunch of superstars now on the defense. This team does not look bad. I think with Baker Mayfield, this team could make it into the postseason. Okay, so now at week 9, let's see what the record is. We are 5-2. There we go. We're finally playing well, but so are the Patriots. 1-6 for the Bills, 1-6 for the Dolphins. All right. So, are there any development traits to reveal here? I think the outside linebacker has hidden development trait. It's been a while, I feel like, since I've revealed anything. Let's see if it is revealed yet. He just has star. I mean, that's a bit disappointing, but it's fine. At least it's better than normal. But let's go ahead and bring back some players to the team. So Quinnen Williams is available. I certainly would like him back on the roster. He's one of the best defensive players on this team. Rodney Hudson I want to bring back. Blake Cashman I don't need anymore. Same thing with the corner. So a lot of these guys I can let go of. But I will bring back Quinnen Williams and Rodney Hudson right now. All right, sweet. We made the playoffs. We went 10-6 this season, 11-5 for the Ravens. We finished above the Patriots, even though they had the same record. 7-9 for the Bills, 2-14 down there for the Dolphins. Baker Mayfield was insane. 4,600 yards, 51 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Good Lord, Baker Mayfield, have my children. That's insane. Saquon Barkley, 5 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Receiving numbers, yeah, Jamison Crowder, do you want to, like, relax? 21 receiving touchdowns, 1,600 yards, 109 catches. Why is he so good? Christopher Herndon also had a great season. 100 catches, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Tavon Person, not a bad rookie season, I guess. And then Denzel Mims was involved. But Person, 4 touchdowns. Could have definitely been worse. This was an incredible offensive performance from the team. The offensive line was also good, I guess, aside from the right tackle. We have 106 tackles for Brendan Jenkins, 102 for Tremaine Walker. We have 12 tackles for loss for Tremaine Walker. We have 12 as well for Quinnen Williams. 10.5 sacks for Harold Landry, 6.5 for Quinnen Williams, 4.5 for Tremaine Walker. All right. We have 2 picks for CJ Mosley, Marcus May, and Ashton Davis. 1 for Tremaine Walker, Duke Favors, Brendan Jenkins, and Jair Alexander. Dude, this team played so much better this season. We were 4th in the NFL on offense, probably most in points scored, I'd imagine, and then 12th on defense. Let me see, is that the next one that comes up? Is it points scored? We were 4th in points scored, actually. We had 51 passing touchdowns. What? Baker Mayfield's going to be MVP. Of course he is. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, of course, Baker Mayfield. Defensive Player of the Year is Joe Schobert. Nobody from the Jets. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Bryce Tatum. Tavon Person, though, at number 2. Kendall Reeves at number 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Tremaine Walker, the outside linebacker. Duke Favors at number 3 as well. And then Dalton Camp at number 10. Alright, so I can pretty much assure you guys that that other quarterback we had would not have played this well. So I'm very happy we went after Baker Mayfield. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. There are only 2 experience points for backups, but it's fine, I guess. Make the team as good as possible heading into this game against the Ravens. We have a 91 overall. They have an 86 overall team. I feel like we should win this game, just based on how insane this offense has been. Let's go ahead, advance by. Did we win? Of course we did. And we have a breakout player. Is this like something that can actually happen? Because I've heard glitches about breakout players coming in the Pro Bowl that don't actually mean anything. But hopefully this one actually means something. So Tavon Person needs 2 touchdowns or 100 yards. Okay, I feel like we can do this. Against the Chiefs? Oh, they're 15-1. I didn't even notice that. All right. They have an 89 overall. Of course, we're still a 91. Let's just go ahead, advance into the conference championship. I have a lot of coach experience, but I'll spend it next week. Let's see if we can take down the Chiefs. We actually can. 31-17. He did not do enough, apparently. That's cool that you can actually have breakout players now in the postseason. I've never seen that before. Let's upgrade the roster and then go ahead and use the coach experience. So a lot of actual like starters have experience points now, so they're all just a little bit better. We have 6,000 coach experience to spend. I don't even know what to get. Maybe like the receiver upgrade, sure. And then the linebacker upgrade for sure. The defensive line upgrade would have been pretty big as well, but it's fine. Now we have to take on the Browns. I don't know who to expect to win this game because like we have Baker Mayfield and he's broken in this game, like absolutely busted. The Browns are busted in general. So, you know, it's kind of weird. I think the Browns are probably still going to beat us here, though. I don't know who their quarterback is, but it honestly doesn't even matter. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Can we finally make it into a Super Bowl after all this time? And we actually can. Let's go. Ashton Davis has a chance to break out in the Super Bowl as well, which is actually really sweet. I'm going to go another like season or 2, so I'm just going to simulate by the Super Bowl in this screen. I'm not actually going to hop in just yet. But we have to take on the 10-6 New Orleans Saints. They're an 89. We are still a 91, of course. Let's advance by and see if we can win a Super Bowl. Pretty much all because of Baker Mayfield. This would be insane. Did we win that game? We did win the Super Bowl. 37-31. Let's go. Also, Ashton Davis, are you up in development trait? No, you're not. You can't be angry. You just won a Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and check out these development trait upgrades, though. So Baker Mayfield absolutely has to be a superstar X Factor. I was going to say if he wasn't, that would have been insane. Anyone else up in development trait on the offense? I don't believe so. But Person's looking pretty good at an 84. Denzel Mims is an 83. Alright, so then let's check out the defense. The outside linebacker is up to superstar. Favors is up to star. And I don't believe anyone else is up in development trait, which is fine. Also, Jenkins is looking really good now at an 86 overall. Sadly, only normal, but still he's a great-looking player. I'll go like one more season, see if we can get another insane year with this offense. I don't think I have to bring anyone back to the team at the moment. Blake Cashman, Austin, no, yeah, I don't want any of those guys. That's fine. Let's hop into free agency then and see who is available. I honestly don't even know what I want. Like, this team was very good this last year. I think they can play just as well again. But let's go ahead, hop into free agency with $14 million. The top free agent is Kareem Hunt. Mecole Hardman would be really cool on this team. I actually kind of do need another wide receiver. So I'm going to go after Mecole Hardman. We got Mecole Hardman on the team. There we go. Now our wide receiver core looks a lot better because we have a 90 overall number 2 receiver. 91 overall with his little bit of morale boost there. He's going to be insane on this team as well. Obviously one of the fastest players in the entire NFL. Him and like a 99 overall Baker Mayfield at the moment. That is a nutty combination. And then also Jamison Crowder still patrolling the slot. I'm excited for this next season. Okay, so let's hop into the final draft of this video, the 2023 NFL Draft. I have no idea what this draft class looks like. I did not look at it one time. But there's a pretty good looking quarterback, finally. Even though we could have used this guy a couple of years ago. It's fine, though. Obviously, there's like no one who I really want. I would take a running back, I guess, just to get a pretty good backup. Ben Barton, really good looking player, actually. Jameel Edwards also looks pretty good up there, but I probably won't be able to get him. Early first round projection, I doubt he'll fall. Niles Riley also looks pretty decent, so if anything, I'm probably just going to land a running back. I'll try to get one with the 32nd overall pick here. Every single running back is actually still here. I'm surprised none of them got selected. Ben Barton's probably the best looking one just because he is the fastest, 4.42 speed, 4.49 speed. That guy's not much slower. And then 4.48 speed. I'm going to go with the fastest one, Ben Barton. 76 with normal, ranked number 5. Took him, of course, at number 32. Really good looking running back, though. Pretty balanced. 79 trucking, 89 change of direction. Can't catch all that well, but that's fine. But he's fast, good acceleration as well. Okay, he's going to be a good backup there to Saquon. Okay, so out of all the players scouted, Dante Hamilton is by far the best. So he's going to be on the team now as well. 73 overall for him, normal development rate. He's going to be a really good depth corner and a good special teamer, so that's fine. I'll take one more selection here at the end of the 3rd round. There's a 3rd round talent outside linebacker, a 5th round talent, 5th, 3rd, a couple seconds, so I'll take one of those guys. And it's looking like a middle linebacker. He can replace Blake Cashman as the backup middle linebacker, so Steve Evans, welcome to the team here. He actually has hidden development trait. Okay. If I were going like a couple more years, I'd probably try to start this guy, but since this is going to be the final season, I don't really think it's worth it. I'm still incredibly sad by the fact that I took 2 hidden development trait players in this entire video. In all the drafts I've had, I only got 2 guys with a hidden. That is so painful. I don't know how I got so unlucky drafting in this video, but whatever, it happens. We have a 76, 73, 71 from the picks I took, and then I guess the computer got me a 66. Not all bad. Normal development only, though. Alright, well, let's see who the best player in this entire class is. I didn't know too much about this class, so honestly, I have no idea who this could be. There's a 78 overall running back, Jameel Edwards. So this is one of the guys I could have taken. Of course, he has hidden development trait. He's another really good-looking running back, and he certainly looks better than the one we drafted. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. He would have been a backup regardless. Alright, so the team here for the final season is a 90 overall, 93 offense, and 88 defense, I believe that said. We added a new receiver in the offseason in Mecole Hardman. Hopefully, him and Baker Mayfield can just connect a whole bunch this season, and he can score a bunch of touchdowns. I'm sure Jamison Crowder is going to be this team's leading receiver once again, though, just based on how he has been playing. But yeah, the offensive line is still good. The tight end's still fine. Saquon Barkley is obviously Saquon Barkley. And then on the defensive side, we really didn't change too much on this side of the football. I don't really want CJ Mosley anymore, but I don't have a better option, and I can't trade him at this moment because nobody can take his contract. Also, Quinnen Williams is up to a 95. I didn't even know that, but that is fantastic. So yeah, this team is in a really good spot. Of course, we just won the Super Bowl. I'm expecting to at least make it into the playoffs for this final year. All right, so we are in the playoffs, but we are in another wild card game. We can also talk to Rodney Hudson, and we can talk to Baker Mayfield. We'll get onto that later. We came in 2nd place in the division, and we have to take on the team in 1st place, the Patriots. 7-9 for the Bills, 5-11 for the Dolphins. Baker Mayfield, 4,600 yards, 35 touchdowns, 11 picks. Now, another really good year, but this is not even close to what he did last year. Rushing-wise, Saquon, 5.2 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. Ben Barton actually did really well, 9 touchdowns for him. Receiving-wise, Jamison Crowder is just a cheat code, apparently. 119 catches, 1,648 yards, 15 touchdowns. Christopher Herndon, a worse season from last year, but still pretty good. 5 touchdowns then for Person, and sadly, Mecole Hardman didn't really do all that much. I was expecting a bit more from him, but it's fine. Mekhi Becton wasn't great this year, but everybody else was very good. And then on the defense, we have 100 tackles flat for Brendan Jenkins, 19 tackles for loss for Glenn Jett. That's pretty nice. Sacks, we have 9 for Harold Landry, 6 as well for Jett and Quinnen Williams. Interceptions, 2 for Marcus May, Jair Alexander, and then 1 for Brendan Jenkins. So we didn't get like any defensive turnovers, or at least interceptions. We were 1st in the NFL on offense, and then 3rd in the NFL on defense in terms of yardage. All right, Lamar Jackson's going to win MVP. The number 2 is Deshaun Watson from the 3-13 Houston Texans. Okay, Baker Mayfield at number 7. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson. Baker Mayfield at number 7 as well. Defensive Player of the Year is Dalvin Slate. Nobody from the Jets. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Will Perkins. Ben Barton, though, at number 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Brian Stockton. Nobody from the Jets. Best quarterback is Bryce Tatum. Baker Mayfield, though, at number 4. Best running back is Josh Jacobs. Saquon Barkley at number 5. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a 99? How did that happen? I was just looking at the overalls of some of these guys. How did he go up so well? That's insane. Best wide receiver is Jamison Crowder, probably for like the 5th straight season. Best offensive lineman is Quentin Nelson. Mekhi Becton somehow here. Wyatt Teller at number 5. Rodney Hudson at number 7. Best defensive lineman is Myles Garrett. We do have Glenn Jett, though, at number 10. Best linebacker is TJ Watt. Nobody from the Jets. Best defensive back is AJ Bouye. And then we have Jair Alexander at number 8. Best kicker is Brandon McManus. Nobody from the Jets. That's very sad. Hopefully we can go back-to-back in terms of Super Bowls. Let's go ahead and talk to Baker Mayfield first. He is going to, give the morale out to the offense. And then Rodney Hudson's morale will be maximized. So plus 20 morale for the entire offense because of Baker Mayfield. And then, of course, Rodney Hudson, his morale will be maximized. He's going to be playing at such a high level, hopefully. He's our best offensive lineman, or like second best, I think. Mekhi Becton is actually a higher overall now. Let's see what the Patriots record is all about. They're in 85. We are in 93. We should not lose this game. We have such a good team. I'm not going to bother with the coach experience because it really doesn't make too much of a difference right now. Let's go ahead and advance by. We took down the Patriots 45-21, and yet again we have to talk to Baker Mayfield. He's going to give us 20 more morale, I believe, for the offense. And now we have to take on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are a great team. Of course, they have the best quarterback in the AFC, supposedly. They're an 89 overall. No X factors, though, surprisingly enough. Let's go to the conference championship. Can we make it to another conference championship? We can. We are dominating right now. And we have another thing to talk about with Baker Mayfield. He has given us some more morale. You know how it goes. And now we have to take on the Raiders. Okay, they are 11-5. Pretty good looking team as well. They're a 90 with Von Miller too. That's scary. Darren Waller is also up to Superstar X Factor. That's pretty cool. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Can we make it? We can make it to another Super Bowl. And now we have to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, this team is looking phenomenal at the moment. Let's go ahead and check out the development trade upgrades before we hop into this game, though, because if I don't, I'm not going to remember. So who on the offense should go up? Honestly, like no one should really go up in development trait. No one played that well who isn't already a Superstar X Factor, so it makes sense that nobody is up. And then on the defensive side, probably the linebackers again. I think Favors is up once more. Also, I don't know what Evans is all about. Let me check out his development trait. He is so close to getting this revealed. He only has star development. That's fine. I think I saw Quinnen Williams up to Superstar X Factor. Did I actually see that correctly? I did. He's up to Superstar X Factor. Also, Jet is up in development trait, and I don't think anyone else is. That's fine. All right, so we can hop into this game here against the Cowboys. I don't know if I'll actually play any. Maybe if we're down, I'll hop in for a little bit. I don't like actually playing these games. I kind of just like the computer simulating the entire way. But the Cowboys are fantastic. They're a 90 overall. They're very hard to take down. But I think this team can do it. This team is absolutely dominant. All right, so right off the bat, we're getting crushed. 21-7, 24-7, 31-7. I'm not going to bother hopping in. The Cowboys pretty much won this game already. 31-10. I mean, we're trying to make the comeback, but it's not going to work. 34-18. We got the 2-point conversion. 34-21. We're still down by 2 possessions. 37-21. The Cowboys are going to win. I guess they're just too good in simulation. But still, I think this rebuild was certainly a successful one. We got the Jets a Super Bowl, almost got them another Super Bowl. It would have been really cool if we could have went back-to-back to end the video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It was a nice change of pace for me to do a fantasy style rebuild again, but I'm sure I'll start up the realistic ones pretty shortly after this one. Once again, and then we'll do a couple, and then probably back to the fantasy style after that. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is to